Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome this afternoon. It's lovely to see you. We're so glad that you can join us today. We're just going to wait a moment until everybody's managed to settle down and get ready for this afternoon's session. But whilst we do, I'd just like to let you know that we will be recording this session. None of your comments or chat box things will be recorded, so please don't worry about that. But we will be recording it just so that other people can watch the session later on. We will also be asking you to use the chat box function and the emojis as well this afternoon. So if you'd like to familiarise yourself with those, that would be brilliant, grown-ups teachers. That's great. How about we have a little practice? Would you like to pop into the chat box where you're joining us from this afternoon? If you'd like to do that now, that would be great, because it'd be fantastic to see where you are, where you're joining us from today. Have we got anybody able to pop that in for us this afternoon? I think we've got quite a few hopping in now. We've got people joining us from Coventry. We've got Oakfield Primary. Brilliant. Well done. Thank you for joining us today. Somebody from Lancaster, Swansea. Excellent. Lots of people joining us this afternoon. Welcome. Right. Well, shall we make a start now? That's brilliant. Keep popping those in and we'll take a little look at them a little bit later. Okay. Well, welcome to the Pet Education Partnership this afternoon. For those of you that have joined us before, you'll know that we are made up of 8 animal welfare charities who all really care about animals. We've got the Scottish SPCA, the RSPCA, the PDSA, Blue Cross, Wood Green, the USPCA, Dogs Trust and Cats Protection all working together. And we do lots of things when we want everybody to be kind and to care for animals. Some of the things that we do are listed across the bottom there. We rescue, we educate people, we treat animals when they're poorly, we rehome animals when they need somewhere new to stay, we train them also to help them find homes, and we support their owners and their carers and also animals in the wild, some of us. My name is Caroline, and I work with the RSPCA. And we believe that all animals deserve our kindness, whether they live in homes, farms, or in the wild. We speak up for them and protect them with your help. And we've been doing that. We've been caring for all species of animals for over 200 years. That's an awfully long time, isn't it? That's almost more than I can count. So welcome this afternoon. And I'm going to pass over to my other fellow presenters to let them introduce themselves too.
Hi everyone, so my name is Jade and I work for the Scottish SPCA and we are Scotland's only all-animal rescue charity. So every day of the year we help animals who need us. So we rescue pets and farm animals and give them care and love and find them happy new homes. And we also help wild animals get better and set them free again in nature.
Hello everyone, my name is Alice and I work as a community education officer for the charity Cats Protection. So we help cats and kittens across the UK in all sorts of different ways. A big part of our work is finding homes for cats. Sometimes this is when we reunite a lost cat back to their owners, and sometimes we have to find them brand new homes for cats. But we also have my wonderful Cats Protection colleague, Kelly, with us today, who's working hard behind the scenes. Hi, Kelly.
Hello, everybody. Hi. And it's great to have so many of you with us today. So yeah, Alice is right. I'll be behind the scenes. I'll be keeping an eye on the chat box today, reading out your answers and your comments and your questions. So I'll be there on hand on the chat box. So I hope you all enjoyed today's session. Thank you very much.
Now, this whole event is about something really important, how we can be kind, thoughtful and safe around animals, especially dogs. Now, lots of us love dogs. Maybe you've got one of your own at home or a friend or family member does, or you even just see them out on walks. Even the friendliest looking dog can be uncomfortable or scared sometimes, so that's why we're here today, to learn how to understand dogs better. We'll discover how to spot when a dog wants to say hello or when it needs some space, and how to show kindness in ways that help dogs feel safe and happy. So this is really important stuff, because when we understand dogs better, we can help keep everybody safe. So keep your eyes open, your chat box ready, and let's get ready to learn how to be a fantastic animal friend. So now you know what today's all about. Let's look more closely at what we're actually going to be learning. So on the screen, you'll see 3 big circles, and these represent 3 key safety situations that we're going to explore together today, so that by the end of the session, you'll know exactly how to behave safely around dogs every day. So the first topic we're going to be looking at is our first circle. So this is behaving safely around dogs in the home. So this is all about what to do when you're around a dog that you know, like a family pet or a dog at a friend's house. We'll talk about when it's the right time to interact and how to tell when the dog wants space, even if it is a dog you trust. So now we're going to head over to Alice, who's going to explain this topic in more detail for us.
Thank you, Jade. Now, I'd like to show you a short video about a boy called Sam and his lovely dog, Teddy. We're going to be seeing a lot of them throughout our session today, so I'd like you all to pay attention, listen very carefully, most of all, enjoy the video.
Being safe around dogs. Hi everyone, I'm Sam and I love dogs. This is our dog Teddy. Isn't he cute? Teddy is my best friend, so I've been learning how to be his best friend too. Teddy and I believe that every dog deserves to be understood, and everyone should know how to be kind and safe around them. So we're excited to share everything we know with you. Let's get started.
Fantastic. So we could see in the video that Sam clearly loves his dog, Teddy, and they really enjoy spending time together. But I wondered if any of you know how we can show dogs that we love them in a safe and kind way. So let's take a moment to think about our answers. And can you tell your teachers and grown-ups your ideas? Teachers, if you could please pop your class answers into the chat box, we'd love to hear all your different suggestions. So, how can we show dogs that we love them, but in a safe and kind way? Once you're ready to share your answers with Kelly, she'll be keeping an eye on the chat box. How's it looking, Kelly?
Yeah, so Alice, we have got some comments coming through. We've got someone saying maybe possibly giving them treats and maybe hugs as well. And then we've got Oakfield class that are saying stroke them, maybe, pet them, give them a little pet. There's lots coming in, lots of them coming in, Alice. We've got also maybe play with them as well, and cuddles as well. So those are the themes that are coming through, Alice. So and possibly as well, we've got taking them on walks as well. So absolutely wonderful answers, Alice. Absolutely wonderful.
Fantastic. Wow, I am so impressed, and so many answers coming through to us so quickly. Thank you all for your wonderful suggestions. You've had some really interesting ideas. Now I'm going to show you another video so we can find out the answer. How can we show dogs love and affection safely and kindly? Let's find out more.
Showing dogs love and affection. We all want to show our dogs how much we love them. But do you know the best way to show them? Teddy loves playing fetch. We use 2 toys to keep it fun and safe. We use 2 of his favourite toys. We start with both toys, then we throw one. We pick up the drop toy while Teddy chases the other one. This way, we don't take a toy from him, keeping it easy, safe and fun. Some people show love with hugs and kisses, but dogs don't understand these like we do. Hugs can make a dog feel trapped and worried. Kisses can make them feel worried too. Having the choice to move away helps dogs feel happy and safe. Why not replace kisses and cuddles with snuggles? Snuggles are when dogs choose to lie next to us. Teddy chose to snuggle next to me. Plus, he can move away whenever he wants. To be a good friend to a dog, give them choice. Play safe and fun games like two-toy fetch and swap kisses and cuddles for snuggles.
Oh, fantastic. Oh, it was brilliant to find out from Sam and Teddy the answers, but I know you all had lots of fantastic ideas and suggestions in the chat box. So let's take a look at this some more. So to show dogs that you love them, but keeping safe and kind, one of the nice ways to do this that somebody mentioned is to do that with their walks. The nice thing about walks is it's a brilliant thing to do with your family, isn't it? You can go exploring and go on your adventures together. And when you're walking a dog, it's really important to let them sniff, because when dogs are sniffing, they're finding out all sorts of information about what other dogs have been there and if there's any other animals there, all sorts of things. And of course, walking together means that you are out in the fresh air and exercising, which is just brilliant for all of us. If you love your dog, then you need to take them to the vet to keep them healthy. Even if they're not poorly, they'll need to go to the vets for regular checkups, for their vaccinations. You might know those as injections or jabs or shots, and also for their flea and worm treatments. We could see that Sam in the video was playing with Teddy, and dogs do love to play, but they'll all have different toys that they might prefer, whether that's a ball or a cuddly toy, or maybe it's a chew toy. And we could see in the video how to play safely with your dog. This leads me on to enrichment. Enrichment means activities that will work your dog's brains as well as their bodies. And there's lots of things you can do, like puzzle feeders. Maybe you could do a garden treasure hunt. Now that's where you hide their toy or their treat and you let them use those powerful noses to find them. The other thing you could do is make them some licky mats. A licky mat is where you spread their squeezy treat onto a mat, and then you can even put that into the freezer, and that makes it nice for the summer for them to lick and enjoy. There are snuffle mats and Kongs and lots of different enrichment ideas that give dogs a chance to use all their natural instincts, and it prevents them from getting bored. Another way to keep those brains nice and busy are training classes, and there are all sorts of different training classes that you can take your dog to. It might be that you take your puppy to a socialization class where they might meet some other dogs and people, getting them used to the big wide world. You might want to take your dog to an obedience class and teach them things like to sit and to lie down and to stay. Or you might have a very sporty dog that would enjoy some agility training. There are all sorts of training classes that you can take them to. Just make sure that any classes you attend is always kind and fun for your dog. So that means that they will train them using treats and rewards. But talking of treats, you could look up some dog-friendly recipes to bake your own treats for your dog. But make sure that we don't give them too many treats, because having a healthy diet is also important and shows you that you care. We saw that Sam and Teddy in the video were enjoying some snuggles together. But what's the difference between snuggles and cuddles? Cuddles came up in our chat box before. So cuddles are when we decide that we are going to go up to and grab the dog because we want to give them a great big squeeze. Now, for lots of dogs, that could be quite scary. Maybe they don't understand it, or they could feel overwhelmed, or maybe they feel a bit trapped if you've got your arms around their neck. So a nicer way to do this is to let them choose when they want to sit beside you, or maybe they'll snuggle into you. But this all ties into making sure that we give dogs their space and the choice that they can do something that they're comfortable with. So we're going to do next is we're going to head back to Sam and Teddy, and we're going to see if we can find out more about what to do when dogs are busy.
What to do when dogs are busy? Do you know when dogs need space? It's always best to give dogs space when they are eating or drinking. You wouldn't like someone bothering you at dinner time, right? Dogs are the same. Giving dogs space shows we respect them.
Can I stroke Teddy, please?
Not now. He's busy drinking. Let's give him some space. Another time to give dogs space is when they are sleeping or resting. Just like us, they need their rest.
When a dog is busy, find something you enjoy doing by yourself. Shall we wake Teddy to join in?
Not when he's resting. Let's go and play instead. When dogs are playing by themselves, we should give them space too. Giving your dog space helps them feel happy and safe.
Brilliant. Well, I hope you were watching really closely all of those fantastic videos from Sam and Teddy, because we're going to play a game now. And you're going to use all of the things that you've learned just now from Sam and Teddy to try and answer some questions. The game is called True or False. And you're going to have to decide whether you think the question that I'm going to ask you is true or false. You can share your answers in the chat box by typing true or false or T or F. Either is good. Or even better, you might like to use the thumbs up emoji for true and the thumbs down emoji for false. Okay, let's get started. First question. This dog is busy. Do we think, by looking closely at that picture, do we think the dog is busy? Do we think it's true? Yes, it is busy. Or false? No, definitely not busy. Let's see. I'm going to pass over to Kelly now, and she's going to tell us what you think. Kelly, what have we got?
Yes, Caroline, we've got lots of different emojis coming in as well. We can see some thumbs up coming in, and I would say most people, most classes, and most groups have got thumbs up, or they've popped in the chat true. And I'm just having a quick look, but I think it's definitely mostly everybody has said true or thumbs up, Caroline. So what do we think?
Brilliant. That's fantastic. Well, thank you if you shared your ideas. Shall we find out if you were right? Excellent. You were. If you said true, that was brilliant. You've been listening really closely. Yeah, by looking at the picture, you can see that the dog is sleeping. And when dogs are busy, they can be busy when they're sleeping or resting. And this dog is having a nice little nap. And just like you do when you're having a sleep, you don't want to be disturbed. You need your rest. So whenever a dog chooses to rest, they should be given that space. Fantastic listening. Now I'm going to pass over to Jade because she's going to ask you another question.
Okay, so here we've got another picture, and this is of a cute little puppy in the photo. So if we have a good wee look at this and decide whether this statement is true or false, this dog is busy. So again, if you just use your wee emojis or pop true or false in the chat. Thank you. What we got, Kelly? We got any coming in?
Oh yes, we do, Jade. We do. And again, I would say most people are giving a thumbs up and saying true. Oakfield have got 2 thumbs up. So definitely, I think everybody is thinking that yes, this dog is busy. So what's the answer, Jade?
Okay, so let's see then, shall we? Yep, you were right. Lots of you said the puppy's busy, and yes, absolutely right. The puppy's eating. So that means he's really focused on their foods. And even though it's very small and cute, this is an important time for the puppy and they need to be left alone. So when dogs are eating and someone comes too close or tries to touch them, they might get startled, scared, or feel a wee bit threatened. So we always say you never disturb a dog while it's eating, no matter how friendly it seems. And that's the same if whether it's eating a big meal or even just a little treat. As Sam and Teddy explained earlier, we wouldn't want someone interrupting us while we're trying to eat, so we shouldn't do this to dogs either. So giving them space during meal times is a simple way to stay safe and show respect. So well done, everybody, for getting that right. Let's move on to Alice. I believe we've got another wee question.
Fantastic. Let's take a look at this next picture. Just like we've done before, we want you to decide, is the dog busy, true or false? So give everyone a moment to think about it. Ask your teachers and grown-ups to put your answers into the chat box or send us those emojis. What does everyone think? What's it look like, Kelly?
Yeah, Alice, again, I think everybody is deciding to go for thumbs up and true for this one. The dog's got a toy in its mouth, and I think everybody, yeah, I think everybody's sure that this dog is busy. So what is the answer, Alice?
What is the answer? Let's find out. Were you right? The right answer is true. Well done. You do really well. Thanks everybody for taking part. But dogs are busy when they're playing. When dogs are playing alone or maybe with another dog, it's important to give them space to really enjoy themselves. Playtime is very exciting, fun, and valuable to dogs, so they won't like being interrupted. Remember, if a dog's got a toy in their mouth, or maybe the toy is nearby, don't try to take it away, as they can be protective of their toys and not want to share. Over to you now, Caroline.
Thank you, Alice. Aren't you good at this game? This is brilliant. Well done. Now then, this is the last question. So let's see if you can get this one right as well. Look really closely at this picture this time, because we again need to decide, do we think that this dog is busy? Quick reminder, thumbs up for true, thumbs down for false, or pop your answer in the chat box. Look really carefully though at this one. Let's see who's got an answer for us, Kelly.
Yeah, we've got plenty of answers coming in. Slightly a little bit different this time, Caroline. Belmont Cheveley Park were the first ones to say false, so they think it's false. And then other schools and other classes have gone to say, yeah, possibly this dog, yeah, isn't busy. And then there's some thumbs down as well, Oakfield. And then we've got classes that maybe are a little bit unsure, and some are saying true as well. So, Caroline, it's a little bit of a mixed bag of answers here. So, yeah, what is the answer?
Yeah, I thought we might have a bit of a mixture this time because it's a little bit more tricky to tell. Shall we find out? I was a bit cheeky, wasn't I? This one's very, very difficult to decide. And it's sometimes not always easy to work out whether a dog is busy or not. So I wonder, how can we decide? How can we help find out whether that dog is busy or not? Well, one of the things that we can do is, if you're unsure, try calling the dog to you. And if that dog chooses, so give the dog choice to come over to you, then they obviously weren't that busy because they find you more interesting. If they don't come over to you, that means that they are busy doing whatever it is that they're doing, and they're trying to concentrate and focus on whatever's happening there. So leave them, and that's fine. I'm not too sure what's going on in this picture either, which is why I picked it. If you look closely, you can see that the dog is looking at something, and I think it might be that that dog's having his dinner or maybe some food prepared, but we don't really know, do we? So remember, if you're not sure whether the dog is busy or not, give them choice to let you know if they are busy or not. So to review, remember, when dogs are busy eating, resting, sleeping, or playing, make sure to give them that space. We've learned lots about it with Sam and Teddy, because giving your pet space when they're busy helps them to feel safe and understood. Brilliant. I'm going to pass over now back to Jade.
Brilliant. Okie doke. So now let's move on to choice. What do we mean by it? Well, it's about having a chance to decide things for yourself. For example, you might get to choose who you play with at break time or what book you want to read before bed. And when we've got choices, it helps us feel more confident, respected, and in control. It feels really good when someone asks us what we want instead of just deciding for us. And guess what? The same is true for dogs and all other animals. They like to have choices as well. So, like whether they want to come over and say hello or whether they'd rather lie down and have a wee rest. When we give dogs choices instead of forcing them into a situation, they feel safer, happier, and more relaxed. And it also helps build trust between you and the dog because they know that you're listening to what they're trying to tell you. So giving animals choice is a really kind and respectful thing to do. So we're going to try this out with one more activity. So on the slide here, you've got 4 choices. So just take a good wee moment and have a wee look at them, all the choices, and think, which one would you choose? A, B, C, or D? And if the teachers or grown-ups could put the majority into the chat box, and we can have a wee nosy at what people would choose. Have a wee think about it.
Yeah, Jade, we're all having a little think. Some answers are coming in slowly, but I think that's because we're all having a look at the pictures and we're trying to have a think at which ones we would choose. And we've got, oh gosh, we've got lots of different answers, we've got the cool kids home education are saying maybe A, because they like to have a little bit of a draw and colour in. We've got other schools that are saying, and classrooms that are saying possibly B as well, because and C and B at the same time. They like to do some activities and also chill out as well, reading a book, relaxing, reading a book. We've got some children that want to do D as well. So running about, kicking a ball about, enjoying having a game of football. And we've got some classes that want to do everything, Jade. They want to do everything. They want to do running and playing on the field and reading and colouring in. So yeah, definitely these are very, very interesting choices. So yeah, Jade, everybody
Brilliant.
wants to do a bit of everything.
Right, perfect. So exactly, lots of different answers, and that shows that we all like different things. And that is exactly the same for dogs and other animals. So how do we give dogs choice? So there are 3 simple ways that we can give a dog choice. So number 1 is wait for dogs to approach you. So instead of going straight up to a dog, give them the space to decide if they want to come to you. As said before, this helps build trust between both of you. Number 2, let dogs move away if they want to. So sometimes dogs just need a break, and allowing them to walk away shows them that they're in control of their own comfort. And number 3, when dogs move away, please do not follow them. Chasing after a dog who's trying to create space can make them feel threatened or overwhelmed. So letting them go shows respect for their boundaries. So, just to recap, dogs and other animals have feelings just like we do. Sometimes they want to play, and sometimes they'd rather be left alone. And both of these options are completely fine. When we let dogs choose what they're comfortable with, it helps them feel safe, happy, and loved. So showing respect for their choices is one of the kindest things that we can do. So now we're going to listen to Alice explore our next topic, which is greeting dogs safely whilst out and about.
Thank you, Jade. So in this next section, we're going to be learning all about greeting dogs safely whilst we are out and about. With the summer holidays coming up, there might be lots of out and about. So there are 13 million dogs living amongst us in the UK. So it's no wonder that we see dogs when we're out and about and exploring. Walks are so important for dogs, not just for their exercise. Walks are when they get to spend that precious time with their owners. They get to go exploring the world together and having their adventures. It's also a chance to do all that valuable sniffing that dogs find so interesting, and it really gets their brains working. So for a lot of dogs, walks are actually their most favourite part of the day, and they're very exciting. So what we're going to do now is we're going to think a little bit more about that. I know when I'm out and about and I spot a dog, I am desperate to go and say hello and to give them a fuss, and I get very excited when I see them. But did you know it's actually not best to do that, to go up to somebody else's dog and to stroke them when they're out and about? And if we think about it, would you like to be disturbed by a stranger if you were really busy doing your favourite hobby or maybe something that you really enjoy? Let's think a little bit more about that and find out more by watching our next video.
Meeting dogs out and about. A lot of people love dogs. When you see dogs out and about with their owners, they are busy, so it is best not to bother them. If you really want to stroke someone else's dog, always follow the 3 C's. Check, cool, and count. First, check. Ask the owner first. Some dogs might be nervous or might not feel like saying hello. Can I stroke your dog, please?
Yes, she's called Maple.
Next, cool. Pat your legs gently and call the dog's name. Maple. Finally, count. If the dog comes to you, stroke their shoulder gently 3 times. Following the 3 C's means we respect every dog and owner's choice. Sometimes we won't end up saying hello. Can I stroke your dog, please?
Not today, thanks. Maple can be shy around strangers.
Okay, thanks anyway. Bye. Even if the owner says yes, but the dog doesn't choose to come over, we should respect that too. I don't think she wants to today. Thank you. And if the dog only wants to say a quick hello, that is fine too. If they move away, let them go. Following the 3 C's treats every dog and owner with kindness and respect. Remember, check, cool, count.
Well, I think we've all learned a lot of valuable information there, and I know I will certainly think twice before I go running up to somebody else's dog. So to quickly recap, the first C in our 3 C's is check. So ask the owner, can you stroke their dog? Now, the owner might say no, and there could be some very important reasons why they don't want to be touched. The next C is call. So ask the dog's permission by calling them over and giving them the choice to come to you if they want to. If they choose not to come over to you, please leave them alone and walk away. And the last C is count. If they choose to come to you, then stand to the side of the dog and stroke their shoulder 3 times. Then pause to see if the dog stays near you. If they choose to move away at any time, let them and don't be following them. If they choose to stay near you, then repeat. Okay, so remember those 3 C's: check, call, count. Now, if you see a dog that's on its own when you're out and about, even if you think it's got lost and you really want to help, please don't go anywhere near the dog. Go and tell an adult or a grown-up who can help you. Now, sometimes you might see a dog that's on its own and it comes running up to you without you going anywhere near it. So now I'm going to hand over to Caroline to see what happens and see if she can tell us more about the best thing to do if ever you're in that situation.
Thank you, Alice. Yeah, we're coming to the last section now where we're going to learn a little bit more about what to do if a dog comes up to you, or even if you get knocked over by that dog. So we're going to find out a little bit more. I'm going to ask a question first. And the question is to find out what you think you should do now. What would you do if a dog ran up to you? So using what you know already, is there anything that you know you think you should do if a dog comes up to you? Maybe if you could pop those answers in the chat box. This is a tricky question, this one. But if you could ask the grown-ups or the teachers that are with you, what would you do? I'm going to pass over to Kelly now and see what answers we've got coming in, because this is quite a tricky one, isn't it, Kelly?
Yeah, I think Caroline, we're all having a little bit of a think about this one. And some people are saying, so some classes are saying maybe call a parent, or some people are saying stay calm, and slowly walk away. Don't run away. Some people are saying don't run away. And then we've got also what else have we got? Oh, and stand still as well. Someone is saying, one of the classes are saying maybe stand still, Caroline. So, and then we've got lots coming in. I can't stop reading them. There's so many. There's another one from Oakfield Class 14 that are saying maybe check if you can see an owner, and then get in touch with the owner and shout for the owner. So yeah, Caroline, lots of different messages, and also maybe let the dog sniff you. So Caroline, what do we think?
Yeah, some fantastic answers there. Lots of really brilliant ideas and some very, very sensible ones too. Well, we're going to watch a video now. We're going to meet with Sam, and he's going to tell us a little bit more about what we should do. So watch closely, because there's some body shapes that will be really helpful if this ever does happen to you. So let's watch carefully.
Unwanted attention from dogs out and about. We know that not everyone feels confident around dogs, and that's okay. If a dog runs up to you, don't run away or shout. This might make them more excited. Instead, be a statue. Throw away anything a dog might want. Stand still, cross your arms in an X shape and look away. Then wait for an adult to come and help you. Lots of dogs will move away when they realise you don't want to play. If you fall, be like a tortoise. Curl up in a ball, tuck your head in, and your arms and knees underneath you. Remember, be a statue and wait for an adult to help. If you fall over, do not run. Curl into a tortoise. We loved sharing all we know about dogs. That was fun, wasn't it, Teddy? Teddy must be tired from all that learning. He's busy, so I'm off to find something fun to do. Bye for now.
Well, thank you, Sam. So he's told us a little bit about what not to do as well as what to do. So maybe you could practice doing some of those body shapes when you're in the playground, in the garden, at the park, or maybe, if you're lucky, in your next PE lesson. So remember, if a dog comes up to you and you're not sure what to do, cross your arms like a statue, turn your head away, and just let the dog lose interest in you. If unfortunately you do fall, then you've got that tortoise shape to make. That means that the dog will again lose interest and move away. Okay, so remember those two shapes and have a practice later on. That's brilliant. Okay, well, we've learned so much today, and I hope you feel a little bit more confident now and a bit more knowledgeable about how to behave safely around dogs. And we're going to be reminded of all of those things that we've learned today, because there's been so much, by one of our friends who works for the Blue Cross. His name is Paul, and he's a vet, and he's going to tell us all of the wonderful things and remind us of those super things that we need to remember. Okay, over to Paul.
Hello, my name's Paul Manktelo, and I'm a vet at Blue Cross. I really hope you've enjoyed learning all about how to be safe around dogs today, because it's something really important to know about. So let's recap what we've learned. Remember, it's best to show dogs affection in ways they understand and enjoy. This might include playing fun games with them, giving them treats or gentle strokes, or snuggling with them on the sofa. We also need to remember to give dogs space when they are busy. Now, dogs are busy when they are eating, drinking, sleeping, or resting, and when they're playing by themselves. And lastly, we need to make sure we always give dogs choices. That might be the choice to approach us if they feel comfortable to, and the choice to move away if they wish to without being followed. This is a great way to help dogs feel safe and relaxed. If you've joined other PEP sessions before, you'll know that animals are sentient beings. That means they have feelings and needs just like us, and they all need and deserve safe and kind behaviour from us. It's important to know that everything we've discovered today about dogs is also true for other pets and animals. If you have a dog, cat, rabbit, or any other pet, why not put what you've learned into practice and try to find out what they like and how you can give them choices.
Brilliant. Well, I hope that you enjoyed watching that, and thank you so much for joining us this afternoon. Well, and thank you for being along with the Pet Education Partnership for this session. We've had a wonderful time today sharing with you how to be safe around dogs, and we hope that you enjoyed joining us too. Stay safe and see you next time. Grown-ups, teachers, adults, don't forget to visit the Pet Education Partnership website. You can log on by Googling us, Pet Education Partnership, and look at our website that is supported by UK Pet Foods. You will find all of our session resources, fun activities, and our new animation with Sam and Teddy that you've watched today. And for those of us that are joining us from Wales and our Welsh speakers, we will also have a Welsh language version for you to access as well. And a quick reminder, if you've enjoyed today, you can join us for our next event in October, where there will be a recording about fireworks safety. And then there will be live sessions that you can join in November, right at the time when we're thinking about celebrations that involve those fireworks. Thanks again for joining, and I hope you've had fun. See you next time.